New York in Spider-Man PS4 is without a doubt the best it's ever looked in a Spider-Man game. Although Miles Morales improved on the map with the addition of Winter and a redesigned Harlem, overall the map was about the same size as the first game. I prefer the Miles Morales New York because of the addition of snow, although the one thing missing from that game is the Chrysler Building and Brooklyn. As we all know, Miles Morales is from Brooklyn and Insomniac changed that to Harlem in their universe, which makes me wonder if this was done because of the map. So far we haven't been able to explore any of the other boroughs or islands in Insomniac Spider-Man games, and given that changes will need to be made to separate Marvel's Spider-Man 2 from the previous games, and since this game will be running on better hardware, will we see the addition of another New York borough in the game? I mainly came up with the inspiration for this video after watching the reveal trailer and noticing 718 graffiti in the alleyway during the Venom reveal. If you don't know, 718 is the area code for Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, and while it's very hard to tell if the scene takes place in any of those boroughs, it's really made me think. Additional areas of New York have appeared in Spider-Man games in the past, with Roosevelt Island appearing in Spider-Man 2 and 3, and Queens in Ultimate Spider-Man. I believe Web of Shadows also featured an area. I could be wrong since I haven't played that game in a very long time and my memory is foggy. Since those games, any free-roaming Spider-Man game has only allowed the player to roam in Manhattan, and since the upcoming game will be played on the best hardware and has the best map to build from, I would like to see the addition of other New York areas. Assuming the scene does take place in one of the 718 areas of New York, I would assume this is in Queens since this is Peter Parker's home and it's most relevant to this world's Spider-Man. The ability to free roam to even a reduced size Queens would be an amazing addition to the game, and I'd imagine the first time we're able to explore an area like this story-wise would be something similar to Spider-Man 2 when we followed Black Cat to the second Shocker fight. Also, assuming the map needs to be unlocked like it was in Spider-Man PS4, imagine unlocking all of Manhattan, then later on in the story we're taken over to Queens, Brooklyn, or Staten Island. If this is a shot of another borough in the trailer, then there is always the chance that Insomniac does something similar to what they did with the raft in Spider-Man PS4, where this was an area relevant to the story, but it's not accessible to free roam in, which is, if they did that, I would kind of be upset since the raft had to be accessed by helicopter in the story, and with the addition of a borough, all it would take is for you to swing over the bridge. Overall, I'm hoping Insomniac adds an additional borough to the game since it would be the first time that's happened since the late 2000s in a Spider-Man game, and it would be a nice change of pace compared to Manhattan since the buildings and city streets could be designed much different. I do expect Manhattan to be redesigned a bit in the upcoming game, and hopefully we'll also see additional areas to explore. So with this video, I have also welcomed my mate Protocol 36 to share his thoughts on this topic, and I will leave his channel in the description. He makes a lot of content similar to what you will find on this channel, and he's also very close to 1,000 subscribers.
Hi everyone, this is Protocol 36. Obviously New York is an extremely important place for the character of Spider-Man, as it's not only his home, but also his playground, his responsibility. With the map of Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, it would only make more sense for Insomniac to expand the map further, allowing us to be able to visit Peter's and Miles' original homes in Queens and Brooklyn, respectively. Manhattan in both Insomniac Spider-Man games is of course massive, so much so that it's actually the biggest map Insomniac has created due to the fact that not only is it an open world game, but also how fast both versions of Spider-Man move, giving us more to explore and taller buildings to swim from. But with Marvel Spider-Man 2 being a PS5 exclusive, it's now time to take full advantage of that, by not only adding other new features, but also expanding where we could go. Thankfully, the reveal trailer did give us a hint that we may actually be able to go to Queens and Brooklyn, with the 718 graffiti being spotted in the trailer, which RonnyPugs himself did in fact say that it's an area code for Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And since we're most likely going to be getting Queens and Brooklyn in the sequel, hopefully there are also different types of missions and activities we can do in those areas. Being able to see other landmarks, have more references to other Marvel heroes like Captain America, who is from Brooklyn in the comics, like Miles's, and possibly even villains we could fight during side missions. At the end of the day, there's so much they can do while also expanding the map of the game by not just introducing brand new characters and allowing us to see what New York looks like on the other side, but also continuing to develop Insomniac's Marvel universe, like they said they would. I want to thank my good brother RonnyPugs for this opportunity once again, this time talking about the anticipated sequel, and I really hope to see you guys again.
So there you have it, Protocol 36 and I's thoughts on the possibility of an additional borough in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Let me know what you all think, and depending on the time this video is uploaded, there will either be another one on his channel that I will be featuring in, or it might be in the works. And as always, thanks for watching, be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, hit that like button, and I will see you guys again in my next video.